let's watch this Diego Pato match where he uses the No-Gi De La Riva, and we can see the setup that he uses, which is good for us because we want to learn how the top players in the world are using No-Gi De La Riva. And at the end, we also go over a leg lock defense and attack that he does himself. So let's start from the beginning. So right away, we know he started seating. He's approaching his opponent. He actually lunges forward. So whenever we're playing bottom, one of the things that you want to be one of the things you want to pay attention to is that you don't ever want to wait for your opponent to come to you. You always want to attack. So when you're in the bottom, you need to be extremely proactive. So as your opponent's moving around and you're open guard and you're seated, you should be attacking. You should be on the offense. And we can see that Pato does this right away. So Pato shoots in. Let's look at what grips he does. He notices the opponent's hands are down. And so Pato's monitoring the hands the entire time. So as he shoots forward, he grabs the hand and his left hand grabs the back of the knee, if you pay attention right here. Now, to prevent your opponent from jumping over, he's going to swing his right leg, his free leg, to control the hip. So as we play this again, he swings the right leg to control the hip. Our opponent immediately goes for an ankle lock grip, which is very, very normal and very, very basic, very, very common. And Pato swings his left foot over for the De La Riva. Right away, what I want you to notice is that Pato uses the momentum. Notice the amount of momentum he has when he's swinging here. So look at that. He's swinging right away. He's already at the edge. He's already at the back. He's already seeing the back. He's already right there to take the back or enter into a leg lock. So let's go back again. Let's watch the beginning. So let's pay attention to what we're looking for. He's playing with the hands. He goes to the leg. He swings the De La Riva hook in. Notice the grip that Pato uses. He doesn't use a traditional De La Riva grip. He goes in for an underhook. Now, what does the underhook offer in the no-gi versus the gi? In no-gi, the underhook offers us the ability to spin much faster. So the underhook allows us to invert much, much quicker than a traditional overhook grip or traditional ankle lock grip. So let's go over here. So once he goes over, I guess Pato is trying to go for the back take or the crab ride because his right hand comes up to search for that hip. If he was going for a traditional leg lock, then right here, like the hand wouldn't come up right away. So I'm assuming Pato was going for the back take, but his opponent frees himself from it. So if we look here, the opponent here is able to push off and kind of free himself from it. Let's see how our opponent's doing that. So our opponent's monitoring Pato's hands. He's pushing on the hands. Notice his hands are also on Pato's free leg, so Pato can't use that free leg. And then once he maintains and controls the free leg, you can see the opponent's controlling the back of the leg of Pato, and eventually he's just going to turn the corner and kick out. So he escapes Pato's leg lock here and back take, and our opponent jumps into it and goes for a leg lock himself, actually. So he grabs Pato's legs, goes into the saddle, and notice how fast Pato does a leg lock. So let's look at what he's doing here. So our opponent here has an overhook grip, ankle lock grip, swings the left leg over for a saddle entry. Now, pay attention to what Pato does right away. So right away, Pato's hands is on top of the saddle leg of the opponent. So right away, look at Pato's right hand. He immediately grabs the foot of the saddle leg. Now, he slips and turns the corner. So look at that. Pay attention to Pato's left leg. Notice how he kicks that out already. So he's already kicking the left leg out. He swings it out. And as he's swinging it out, he's still holding on to the opponent's leg. Look at the bottom here. He's holding on to the opponent's top saddle leg. And he spins. So he's holding onto the leg and he pulls it all the way through. Look at that. We can see the hand on top of the opponent's ankle. And as he's pulling it through, notice his knee line is already escaped the opponent's leg. So his knee line is already free. So he's not in any danger of a leg lock here. And as he spins, traditionally, whenever we do a leg lock, we want our opponent's legs in between both of our legs. In this case here with the heel hook, we want a hipping pressure into the side of the knee. That's what having two legs in between the knees will do for us. In this case, what Pato's doing, he's dropping his whole hip on top of that knee. Look at that. He's literally just throwing himself onto that knee. And then while throwing himself on top of that knee, this means he does not need to have another leg secured around that leg. And he's throwing himself on top of the knee and he's ripping that heel. And pay attention to Pato's left leg here. He's using the left leg to stop the opponent from spinning. Notice how this left leg here is now pinching and it's allowing Pato to hip into the side of the knee now and secures his own leg lock. So let's watch it from the beginning. Okay. And this time with fresh eyes, and we can see exactly what he's doing. Leg entry, attempts to back take, opponent pulls out right away. Opponent quickly comes in for his own saddle entry. And the whole thing is fast. And there we go.